Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I'm coming to you from a mountain peak here in New Zealand. And I just want to give you guys a quick little look where I am. It is absolutely beautiful. Super, super beautiful. And where am I? I was going to climb back down the mountain while I was doing this, but I think I might die. So I'll just do a really quick Facebook Live for you guys today. And I really wanted to touch on an interesting topic, which is all around the all or nothing mentality, potentially costing you your all. And why I had this kind of idea to bring this to you guys is ultimately because I was talking about it this morning in a group that I'm doing some work with, and also I listened to a really, really cool podcast episode, which was from a guy who works with people who are trying to overcome drug and alcohol addictions. And the cool thing about it is that he takes a different outlook from the 12-step program. So I don't know too much about the 12-step program, but what I do know is that from that program, you abstain completely from your addiction. So let's just take alcohol for an example. And where this guy, his research and his work that he does is he takes a different angle. So he actually trains people how to have a little bit, and not have to go and avoid it completely, but actually just, have a little bit, have a couple of drinks and not have to completely abstain from it all. And I really liked his research and his approach. And one of the things that he brought up was some research that's been done with mice in different laboratories. And some of the research has sort of spoken into how if you leave a mouse or a rat in a cage with cocaine and alcohol, it will continue to consume the cocaine or the alcohol until it dies. But a part of the research is that when they put a rat or a mouse with other mice or rats, or there was something interesting going on in their environment, the mice and rat, they wouldn't actually just consume all the alcohol or the cocaine until they died. They might taste a little bit or have a little bit, but then they would be too interested in their surroundings and their world. And so they wouldn't kill themselves, and they wouldn't overly consume the alcohol or the cocaine. And it was super interesting because what it kind of suggested was that the all or nothing mentality comes about when we are trying to kind of escape our lives, when we're feeling really bored with our lives, we're directionless, we don't have anything more exciting going on, so we can get caught up in these addictions that kind of give us this high, as opposed to when stuff is really interesting in our lives and we're doing some cool stuff, then ultimately we just don't get that all or nothing mentality that in a really unhealthy way. So that's kind of what I really wanted to bring to you guys in terms of talking about the all or nothing mentality that I myself have struggled with for a large section of my life, which I'm grateful that I've overcome it to a huge degree right now. But there's always another layer, so I can't wait to go deeper with that. But I'm hoping that me sharing this will kind of wake you up to why you have an all or nothing mentality, and realize that all or nothing mentality could be costing you your all. And so, thinking about it from the perspective of the research done with mice and rats, I know they're fairly different to human beings, but it's good to get the perspective and actually see, have I got anything more interesting going on in my life? Or is this addiction that I have, this all or nothing relationship with, actually, it's not really where I should be focusing on. My focus should be predominantly on creating the kind of life that I actually want, so that I can get outside of these addictive all or nothing unhealthy kind of relationships with whatever it is, whether it's food or alcohol or drugs or sex or whatever the addiction might be, that is kind of your escape. And guys, the rest of my family is like really down the mountain, so like I said, I don't really want to kill myself, so I might have to shut this off in a minute. Or if I do kill myself, at least I've got some So I've got some witnesses. All right, and I've tagged myself in my location. But really hoping that me sharing this is of value to you guys, because this morning I had a beautiful human being who I'm getting to connect with in some group coaching that I'm doing, who was kind of struggling with, her perception of the future was that she just goes to the future and she worries all the time. So the idea was, God, this is so steep. I'll just show you where I'm going. Might be more pretty for you guys if I do that. But the idea is that actually it's going to be weird. All right. Okay. I'm going to probably just stay here for a second and then I'm going to shut off. But the idea was, no, I can't. I got to move. That she was going from her future, avoiding her future and just trying to be in the present, because her fear was that every time I go to the future, I just worry, I just get stressed out, and so her way of not having to get the worry in her future was to avoid it altogether, and to go to her present moment and just live in the flow of the moment. And what I wanted to sort of talk with her about and try and help her and coach her around was to, instead of having an avoidant all or nothing mentality in relationship with the future, instead, what are the ways in which you can bring in some healthier relationship with your perspective around the future, because if we can't, I'm all about living in the present moment, but if we can't go into our future with intention and set direction for ourselves, then ultimately we're not going to get ourselves anywhere fulfilling, because we haven't set the intention, we haven't used the power of future projection to actually design the kind of life we want to move toward. And so this is just one of the ways in which an all or nothing mentality can be costing us our all if we're trying to avoid what we have attached worry and fear toward. Oh, I hope I don't fall over here. Just stay somewhere else, and this kind of happens with whatever the thing we want to avoid is, because we don't trust ourselves, is the very thing we need to focus on creating a healthy relationship with. Otherwise, it's going to absolutely limit us. So, it's so beautiful here. I'm currently in Wellington. I've tagged the name of this Makara or Makaru peak where I am. It was beautiful up the top. I've taken some videos I'll get to you guys later. Never ever does it justice. It looks so much more beautiful here. But I'm really loving New Zealand, and really loving catching up with my family and my beautiful little nieces. They're so gorgeous and cute. And yes, I hope you guys are doing really well. Once I get down here, I will check out your comments. So drop me a comment, actually, I'm going to stop here. So I'll check in with you guys and then I'll have to sign off. Let me see. So I've got Ram and Lewis and Rose and Julie and Paul and Tim and Dawn. Awesome to see you. And Moises and Welbeck and David and Shelley and James and Hassani and Klaus. So windy. Yes, it was super windy here. And Sanford and Peter and Alok. Thank you for your kind words there. And Jake and Jeedy and Jared and Mario. Hello, Vanessa. I'm so happy to catch you live. Yes, it's awesome to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while, but I know you catch the recordings, so that's awesome to have you live, Mario and Carolina. And awesome Daryl, I love you. Always bring us some awesome quotes. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Absolutely. By Stephen Covey. Awesome individual. Book I highly recommend. The 7 The 7 highly effective habits of effective people. Oh my God, what did I do? I just butchered that. You can drop me the name. I think I'm a bit distracted by not killing myself. But yes, Mario, it's super beautiful here. And Sam's here. And hello to you, Moises. And much love to you as always, Sam. And Sanua. And Sam, so beautiful to catch up with you again. I know, I love it. We're catching up so regularly. It's so cool. So guys, I'm going to sign off so that I actually don't kill myself on the way down, and I make it to another Facebook Live with you guys tomorrow. But I'm sending you, as always, all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. And I'm going to go and spend the rest of this afternoon and tonight with my beautiful family, have a barbecue, bit of an Aussie thing to do in New Zealand. But last little comments. Rose, thank you for the message and the mountain view. Beautiful nature. Yes, it's super beautiful. Moises, my friend, thank you for helping me out. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People from Stephen Covey. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Thanks, Moises. And Paul and Sam, yes, the nieces are down the mountain already. I better run and catch up. But they're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. And much love to you, Mario. Sending you guys all of my love. Cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow.